Well, hello, YouTube family. How are you doing this evening? I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty, and tonight I'm going to show beginners how to layer Hotfix rhinestones and Big Bling stones, okay, to create a rhinestone collar design on a t-shirt. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. We are going to delve into Big Bling. We are going to delve into doing rhinestones. And we're going to talk a little bit about layering rhinestones for beginners. Okay. Because in our Facebook group, we had someone reach out. They were blinging for the first time, they were layering, and it didn't quite go the way they wanted it to. And they were asking for tips and suggestions. And so I gave tips and suggestions, but well, actually, it was in Craftable Things group. But I gave tips and suggestions. And what I also would like to do is follow up with that just in case someone else has those same questions. Okay. Make it super simple, help you get some good tips on some things to do and not to do, to make it a little bit easier on you as you delve into doing your rhinestones. Okay. Now, I want to forewarn you, all of you, I want to forewarn you that yesterday I went to one of my favorite department stores and they had a really big sale and I went shopping. Okay. So I have quite a few shirts that I would love to do this project with you guys with tonight, and we're going to do a giveaway. All right. Now, I did get some shirts as well from Michael's tonight. Um, and I kind of want to show those too. I got to get that bag and let you guys see the two colors I didn't know Michaels had in t-shirts. And I was like, these are cute. So I'm gonna show that. But I want to go through all of these shirts, show you what I bought so that you can see what we have, and then show you which ones we're going to be doing for the giveaway. And then we'll go over to the cutting table and pull out the rhinestones and the Big Bling. I have to cut the templates for the collars for the Hotfix rhinestones. I started cutting, and for some reason, as I was cutting just now before the live, it stopped and it was like it's acting up. So, what I'm going to have to do is reset the machine and then cut it again. So if I seem like, oh my gosh, she's off, that's why, because I'm like sitting here in my brain, the back of my brain, like, how am I going to fix this? So at any rate, hopefully you guys are doing great tonight. I am going to jump into the comments really quickly, say hi to some. I'm going to go pretty quick with this because we got a lot of shirts to cover tonight. I mean, when I say I went shopping, when we got to the register and the lady rang up stuff and she said how much everything was, and I saw out the corner of my eye, my husband was like, I was like, I mean, I'm just saying, I know the ladies is gonna like the shirts. So anyway, that's what we're doing with tonight. Alrighty. So let me jump into the comment section and say hello. Thank you all first and foremost. Thank you to everyone. Unfortunately, I can't get to everyone, but thank you to everyone who decided to come in and hang with us tonight. I really appreciate it. You could have been anywhere else on your Sunday evening, but you're over here chilling with us. Like, what's up, homie? Hey, y'all. Y'all, so we're going to have us some fun. So, Knick Knack Nurse, hey, Knick Knack Nurse, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us tonight. I really appreciate you being here. Katrina's Creations, hey, honey bunny, welcome. Hope you're feeling okay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming to hang out. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member here on our channel. I really appreciate you. Then we got Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Hello. What's up, Kevin? Thank you for coming to hang out with us this evening. And thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. I appreciate you. D. Wilson, happy Sunday to you as well. Thank you very much for coming to hang out. We got Patricia Johnson in the house. Welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Rosetta Cobb, thank you for coming to hang out with us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We got So Crafty. Hey, Miss Morris, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member and for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you. Fern Griffin. Hey, Fern. Welcome, honey. Thanks for coming to hang out. And thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you guys. Yes, that's what's up. Boyd Apparel and Designs, LLC. Hey, hun. Welcome. Thank you as well for coming to hang out and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member on our channel. We got Momo Forever. She asked that you please hit that like button, and we definitely appreciate that. We got Sharon Davenport in the house. Hey, Sharon Davenport, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And this Momo Forever, I'm pretty sure that's my mom. I'm not 100% sure because sometimes she's in here under her name. So if that is mommy, hi, mommy. Okay, and then we have Patricia Johnson. Welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Monique Johnson, thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Both of you, thank you very much for coming to hang out with us. We got Pamela Scott. Hey, Pamela, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Then we also have Leslie Cash Tibbs. What's up, homie? Thank you for coming to hang out. And thank you so much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We got Josette Lovercheck. Welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Miss 143, thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Good to see you. Big hugs. And then we have Precious Pieces, my purple homie. What's up? Welcome. Thank you so very much for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We got a couple more folks. Terry Hunt, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member and for hanging out with us here on our channel tonight. And then Leslie Cash Tips has been a member for 30 months, y'all. Thank you so very much for your member milestone set. Holler, yes, honey. Yes. Thank you, hun, for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see. We got Lachey 2258. What's up, Lachey? Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Miss Linda Gray, thank you so very much for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you so very much. And yes, the 1 hour thing always messes me up every year. So I am a little bit off, not too bad, but yeah, it's like, bruh, does it have to be 9 o'clock? It's actually 8. Hey, Sheila Cushionberry. Welcome, new home homie. What's up, girl? How's it going? Have you set up the new crafting room yet? I want pictures. Gotta see pictures. I'm excited to see everything. We got Miss Ethel Smith Ames. Hey, hun. Welcome. Thank you for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you coming to hang out with us. We got Melody Thomas. Welcome. Thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member and for coming to hang out. And then we got Porgy Town. Hey, Porgy, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member over on our channel. We appreciate you. Handmade with love, working in the bushes but listening. No worries. Thanks for coming to hang out in the bushes. And thanks for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you so very much. And then we got Anna Smith. Hey, Anna Smith, welcome. Thank you for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member here on our channel. Thank you so very much. Martha Jordan, welcome. Thank you for coming to be here. Baby Giant Services LLC, thank you for coming to be here. And Visionary Creations, thank you so very much for coming to hang out and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I'm going to have to scroll, you guys. Welcome to everyone else. Kay Durant, welcome. Haven't seen your name before. Beth Roberts says to everyone, Happy National Craft Month. That's what's up. And then we got Shirley Dabney. Oh my gosh, there's so many names I absolutely love to see. Thank you so very much for coming to hang out with us tonight. We got Tanya Boo. Craft on Down with Shay Shay. Hey Shay Shay, I liked your furry mug rug. That was super cute. Co-Designs too. Good evening to you as well. Hi Kai, welcome. Let's see. Let me scroll. I don't see any other member milestone chats, do I? Hey, Patrice Boo. Hey, girl. Okay, so the brownies, they were good. I'm going to have to like quarter the brownie and eat them in quarters because they're sweet. Not sugar, which is good, but just the sweetness itself was like, wow, this is sweet. So just to keep from messing up my brain and how it's working is very sweet. So I do like them. The Mister even liked them because I let him try. Well, we only tried the one, the red velvet. I haven't tried the snickerdoodle yet, and I haven't tried the Dubai chocolate one yet. But I'm excited about them. They look like they'll be really good, especially when I'm craving something sweet. So thank you for the recommendation. You guys know I am diabetic. So it's like trying to find sweets and stuff that we can eat is like super, super difficult sometimes. So Patrice recommended a brownie that's at Five Below, and it is protein based. It's a protein brownie. It was pretty good. So I'm excited about it. Evelyn says she's happy to see that I did this shopping so she didn't have to. You're welcome. You're welcome. Crafting cuz hey Linda. Hey honey. How are you? Hopefully all that bread is doing good over there where I can't get a hold to it. Hey, Miss Eartha Lewis. So I went today to I'm gonna have to go grab those shirts. Hey Miss Joyce. I'm gonna have to go grab those shirts. Hey Sean, welcome. That I got from Michael's because I had to go to Michael's. So last week I did the shirts and um one of the people that won the shirts needed a size medium, right? I thought I had a medium. I did not have a medium. So every time I left to go do something and I went to do something, this week has been draining. I don't know why, but very draining to me. So every time I went out, I was like, I'm ready to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm ready to go home. So I didn't get the shirt, but I did go today. I went and got the shirt today and the size medium along with quite a few more mediums. So I don't have to go through this anymore. I'll have mediums here. And then that way, when we do some lives, I can throw in a medium. I got a couple of smalls as well, so that we can throw in some other sizes. But tonight, the shopping I did yesterday, because y'all know, kind of earthy, a little bit on the earthy side. So I was shopping with my girl, Kim Rogers. Okay. I don't know how familiar you guys are with certain brands or whatever, but Kim Rogers is a brand that is at Belk. If you don't have a Belk, Belk, if you don't have a Belk in your neck of the woods, you technically do because it's online, fam. You just go online to belk.com and you can find Kim Rogers and everything was on sale. And so I was like, bro, this is what's up. So I got some shirts. So we're gonna look at the shirts. I'm gonna lay them out over there on the table so that you can see that. Well, you might want to see them like up against a real person. So I may just show them this way. But I'm going to show y'all the ones that I got for me first, and then I'll show you the other ones, right? So y'all, if you don't know my story, me and hubby dress very same colors usually every day, right? And so I was just like going through wardrobe and I'm like, okay, it's time to get rid of, time to get rid of, time to get rid of, but replace. Okay. So I got this green. He doesn't really wear too much green. So I got this one. And you see, this is Kim Rogers. Don't pay attention to the price tag because, like I said, it says $29.50. This is the perfectly soft Kim Rogers XL t-shirt, right? And it is very soft, but don't pay attention to the $29.50 because that is not what the price was. Okay. It was on sale. So here's Kim Rogers. And you see it's a nice V-neck t-shirt. Okay. And this is the perfectly soft tee. I absolutely love them. But this V-neck, we're going to bling on the V-neck shape tonight. Okay. I'm probably going to do one or two for me because the other shirts that I like the neckline on a little bit better that I'm going to be doing the giveaway, those are pretty too. All right, and then I got this shade of green. We don't do green too terribly often, but I'm gonna do some green. And y'all, I had to have it. I had to have it. So here is beautiful purple. This is like my right there. This is my lavender that I love so much. And you see how that neckline is? This is the neckline we're going to be doing mostly tonight. So this is one of the shirts types that we'll be doing. This one is purple, so 9 times out of 10 it's gonna stay with me. But this is a 1X, and I'm gonna show you how. See, I love Kim Rogers, right? Because she understands that I don't necessarily want everything to cling and fit to every curve. So it's like a loose fit. It's a very loose fit. Can you see that? So it's like I have some. Whoops, my rhinestones make it look like I got nips, y'all. Okay, so but here is the size of it. You see it flows. You know, this is a flowy tee. And I love the neckline. See how it's like that V, kind of like Roman collarish something or other. I'm not sure how to name it, but I went and I'm gonna show you guys what I did. But let me go through this first. I'm gonna show you. Don't let me forget to show you, which I shouldn't forget, how I did the rhinestone template for it. Okay. And so here is this shade of blue, which is so super pretty. I think this shirt would look good with um uh blue ocean mix rhinestones. That would be really pretty on this one. I got another purple t-shirt down here. Oh, this is a different color. It's still the same color, but I'm gonna show you. So here's the round neck version. Okay. And this is actually solid purple, whereas this is more like I don't want them to hit the floor now. This is more like a heather. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're familiar with heather coloring, but see how it's got like some white in with it, whereas this is solid purple. This one is solid purple. Come on. So these are at Belk. All of these are at Belk. They're on the rack now because of course this is spring. Spring colors are popping in. So it's gonna be nice. I got pink. I'm not usually one to wear stripes, but I thought this was super cute. I like the stripes. Deal with the stripes. So the pink stripes so that I can represent for the pink fam that's out there when I do wear pink. And then I found the purple stripe one. Holler. Okay. So let me go grab the other shirts and the Michaels bag, which is right here. I meant to bring it in with me. I also got me an athletic set to wear. Um, you know what I mean, like the yoga set or whatever, because the shirt was so soft. Oh my gosh, that shirt was soft. Okay, so here's I thought this was on the clearance rack. See the red clearance tag, and there was more than one. I thought about getting all of them because this is see how it's a 3/4 inch sleeve. But how cute would it be to do Big Bling on the letters? If we get to that, that's one thing I would like to do with this. Okay, because this is screen print. I don't have enough just to pull up a video. Hilarious. You are so silly, Sheila. Um, but I guess I can understand how that would be. But this is screen print. So you can't put the Hotfix rhinestones on screen print. So we would have to do the Big Bling for that. And then here's a white one. And the white one is a 1X. Here's a this mint would look good with Big Bling too. I'm sorry, Blue Ocean as well. This is a 2X, so this one would be a giveaway as well. And then we have pink. So this pink is a 3X. So I got a 3X. And this one will be a giveaway. So the 3X is it's still see it's I love their shirts and the way they fit. So and then we have a 1X pink. Okay. So I got these shirts for us to do tonight because of the collar. We saw this collar and immediately both of us was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect for Big Bling. So this is what we're going to be doing. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate your home girl. All right. And so at Michael's, look, have y'all seen this Dusty Rose at Michael before? Have y'all seen this color at Michael's? I was like, I like this. It's kind of and look at how big this t-shirt is. I mean, can you have y'all this Gildan is huge. I've never seen their shirts this big. I don't know what the deal is with that. This was new to me. So when I went into Michael's tonight, it was right up front. As soon as I walked in the door, because they were like, excuse me, we're gonna be closing in 10 minutes. And I'm like, mind your business, fam. Up there by the register, I know what I'm coming to get. I'm not these other folks. But anyways, so I grabbed the shirts and it's a 1X, but it's a big shirt. So but I got this for me because I love that the peachy dusty rosy. This would probably look good with that copper colored penny. I think penny would look good on it. And then we have straw colored, and this is like khaki desert dusty, so dusty rose, dusty wheat color, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just throwing all these colors out there. So this would be good probably with um crystal golden, maybe light topazy, maybe something like that. So we got to find, and again, this is just really big for a 1X. I don't know. I'm used to the Gildans being more fitted for an XL. But anyway, so I got that. And then I got a lot of black, size small and medium, because you know we like to bling on black. So that's where we're going tonight. That's what we're going to be working with tonight. And again, it's going to include Hotfix rhinestones and Big Bling rhinestones. Now let me show you how I was prepping for, yes, I fell in love with those colors. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I was like, oh my gosh, these colors are so pretty. Let me show you how I was prepping for this project tonight. Okay, and it's super simple, but you have to have a printer with a scanner attached to it. So let me share screen. And then what I'm also going to do off to the side in the background is try and get these templates cut. But at any rate, so here is Silhouette Business Edition. Okay. If you would like to try your hand at doing this project tonight, here on our YouTube channel, we have our membership section. Hold on, let's show you. Let's show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to this and do it this way. Okay, so here is YouTube. All right, and we're going to go to babies. Hopefully I spelled it right. Yep. Okay, so here's our channel. So let's go to the baby's booty, right? And so here you've got subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. You can click on join if you're interested in becoming a member, where I say, oh, thank you for being a YouTube Poop Group member here on our channel. This is the join that we're talking about. And then here's the community tab, where you can go and look at certain things that we do here. But I just got this part set up, so we're going to work on getting this up and running, right? But meanwhile, if you go to posts and you look at posts, there's a listing right here. Now, captains, you have a separate one, but here's a listing that says, here are the files I made especially for tonight. So you can click here and get your files that we're going to be doing tonight, okay? So FYI, that's how you get the files. They are in the membership tab, community post tab here on YouTube, right? So what I did, this is Silhouette Business Edition. The first thing I did was got my page set up, which is this top right hand corner. It's the white piece of paper. And I opened that up, and I wanted to make sure that the size is 12 by 12. And I'm going to file and I'm going to merge in. And what I'm merging in is, where is it at? Documents. These are images where I scanned in the shirt. So let's start with this one, because here's the purple one, right? And it's going to ask me, which I can't, it won't let me bring it over. Do I want to import as an image? Yes, I do. Okay. So there's the image. Now, I love Silhouette Business Edition, because what it's done is it brought it in as the size I need it to be. That way I'm not super worried about whether or not this is true to size for my shirt. So when you scan it on your flatbed scanner, which I have the Epson 4810, Echo Tank 4810, I just laid the shirt on the flatbed scanner, right? Opened up Epson scan utility, and then I told it to scan and scan it in as a color image, 300 DPI, and scan it in as a PDF. Okay. So when you scan it in as a PDF, I know for a fact that it's going to come in at 8.5 by 11 like it's supposed to. So this is true to size for my shirt. Right. So once I get this shirt over on, this image, Now I can get to working on putting rhinestones. Now I'm not going to go completely into this tutorial because if I do, it's just going to take forever and I don't want to do that. That's not for tonight. But what I am going to do is show you open V. I'm going to show you what I have. So here's let me slide this over. So here's the design that we're going to work on tonight, putting on this shirt, right? And so with this design, let's turn this one. I'm gonna hold down shift and then turn it so that it makes sure it locks it in place. And look, boom, right there. It looks great. It fits perfectly right on the picture. So I just took my time, placed the stones, and got it where it's gonna line up on this collar. Now, is it going to line up absolutely perfectly once we put that shirt on? No, because this is flexible. So you're going to have to play with it a little bit, and that's why we're doing this tonight. I'm going to show you how to make that part easier so that you can actually get it to line up the way it's supposed to, okay? So here's one design. I have one for the round neck. I have one for the V neck. And then this is what I call the open V because I didn't know what else to call it. So that's what we're going to be working with tonight. Joyce says, can I still access Silhouette if I no longer have the actual machine, then download it into Cricut? Yes, fam. Yes. So if you have Silhouette, especially business edition, it is yours for the rest of your life. Okay. Like no subscription, no, none of that mess. You have the program. The program is yours. You can use it for forever. You save whatever it is that you're designing in Silhouette as an SVG, and then you can upload that SVG into Cricut Design Space. Now, to make it easier on you, there are some steps that you can take to make that process easier. And I'm going to show it to you really quickly because as a beginner, this is super important as well, right? So let's move both of these over. So say for instance, here's actually let's do it this way because I just saw the shape. Yeah. So let's grab this hexagon, pentagon, whatever it is. All right. And so I'm going to bring this over and let's pretend that I need to do a house shape design for a realtor, right? As a matter of fact, let's go back. Let me go back because that's not quite a house. It's not quite a house. So let's grab this and we're gonna there's the bottom of the house. This is gonna be just rudimentary, so you know, don't be talking junk about my designing skills. And then I'm gonna draw this again, but this time we're gonna take this and we're gonna drop it from 5 points down to 3. Boop. So now we got our triangle, and I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. And let's see if it's gonna let me rotate it. Yes. Okay, rudimentary. My bad. You know, art skills aren't the best. But here's our house, right? And say I got to do this as a design for a realtor. So let's grab this square, easy peasy, mac and cheesy, like super easy. I'm going to do linear fill for my rhinestones. I selected this square shape and turned it into rhinestones. Okay. So I'm going to select these rhinestones and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to color them so that we'll be able to tell what's what. It's going to be a greenhouse. Okay. The client's house is going to be green. And so here's the roof. Roofs are usually black. So we're going to select this and then I'm going to do linear as well because I'm not trying to go completely. This is just for testing, right? Okay, so here's the roof. And again, this is for the roof. So we're going to make it black. And then boom, there we go. There's our house, right? And let's put our roof on our house. So this is the design that I'm going to send to my client. So let me grab this. Matter of fact, I'm going to do something. Let's come over here on a completely different Canvas workspace, right? So let's save this. I'm going to save it and I'm going to save it to the hard drive, and I'm going to save it as an SVG, and as an SVG, I'm going to say house, okay? Now, let me import this. I saved it as an SVG. You saw that, right? Let me import this into Cricut. As a beginner, this is super important for you to understand. Now it's going to check for an update. It's going to log me in, blah, blah, blah. Keisha, keep your eyes on the road. Don't be looking at the screen. It's okay. You can go back and watch the replay. Okay. Now it's wanting to install something, but this is for Joyce Jones and anyone else. Hey, Miss Parker. Hey. Joyce Jones, and for anyone else who has a Cricut and wants to do rhinestone designing and bring your rhinestones over into Cricut, Silhouette is an excellent starting point. And I want you to see as the starting point something super important when it comes to Cricut, okay? So it's getting things ready for some reason. It's been a while since I logged into Cricut, so I can't even be mad. This is my fault. Okay, so it's finally pulling it up. Give me one moment. And then it's going to, let's go new project, blank canvas. Because I don't want to do anything else that you show me right now. Thank you. Appreciate you, fam. All right, so here's the house that I made. Oh, let me show you something else. So before we get into Cricut. So if I select this green square down here, it's going to tell me right here how many rhinestones this is. This is 1,225 rhinestone circles right here. Okay, so let's grab the roof. This is 571 rhinestone circles. So because I'm not good at math, I'm going to select them both, and the total is 1,796 rhinestones. That's circles. That's what's right here. Okay, so let's grab Cricut. I'm gonna bring it over rather, and we are going to upload. And I'm gonna upload image, and I'm gonna browse, and I'm gonna click on house. Okay, so we're gonna open it, and Cricut has done marvelous things. Used to be it would take a very long time for it to upload this image, right? But we got it. So we're gonna hit continue, and let's see if it's gonna keep going on the right direction. It's been a minute since I've done this with Cricut, so let's make sure she's still gonna be good. So we're gonna click on upload. All right, and the very first problem is, you see how long it's taking first off to bring in all 1,700 and whatever I said circles for the rhinestones. See how long I can't even see it. I can't do anything to it. You see how long that's taking, because it's loading all 1,700 and whatever I said circles. That's why it's and watch right here, when I click this drop down button, it does show this and it does show that. So that's a good thing. That's an improvement. All right. So hold on. Okay. So it finally finished. So here we are. But the other problem, in addition to how long it took for it to bring in, is it came in at the wrong size. This is not the right size. So how I just go on Silhouette Business Edition, apply. I don't know what you're asking me, Barbara. Can you clarify just a little bit for me, please? So what I need to do is go back to Silhouette and look at the size. It is 11.089 tall for both pieces. 11.089 tall for both pieces. Okay, so you only have to worry about either the height or the width. You don't have to worry about both. So with both of them selected, I'm going to go to the height. Remember, it was 11.089 and hit enter, and there now it's at the right size it's supposed to be. Okay, so here's our house, and here's the bottom, here's the top, and let's see what it does when we click make. Now we know it's the right size. Let's see what it may not give me. Yeah, it's going to make me do it. Okay, so I don't have a machine set up just yet. But one of the other issues that it used to have is when you hit make and it goes to the make screen, instead of it being your shapes that you created, it's just lines of dots. It doesn't keep them attached or welded together. So you can right here, now that it's where it needs to be, I believe you can weld right here. Because like I said, it's been a while since I've done it, but you can try to weld and see if that helps you right here. But those are the two things you want to make sure to check. It's going to take a long time for it to bring in, and it is going to probably come in at the wrong size. So the way to fix that is we'll grab the roof right here like it is. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to select release rhinestones. You're going to have to write this down. You get, hold on. Listen, Linda, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Y'all listening? You listening? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so this is a moment where you'll need to make a note and write this down. If you're new and you want to make sure that whatever you bring in the Cricut is good and you don't have any issues and it don't take as long as you saw it just then take, these are the steps you want to follow, okay? So let's go back. Follow these steps. I want to make sure that you're paying attention. For those that are new and haven't done this before, or as a refresher, you might not remember. So we're going to grab the first one and we hit release rhinestones. And what that did is now I can select individual little circles in this design, okay? In this roof. While all of the circles are selected, we're going to click on group up here in the top. Group all those circles together. Everybody knows what group is, because group is the same as what's in Cricut, as it is in Brother Scan and Cut, as it is in Silhouette, as it is in Shortcut Slide, everything else, group. And then we're going to right click, bring up this menu, and we're going to select make compound path. Make a compound path. And you see it turned it all clear. It took away my color black, which is fine, because what this basically did was it took all of those individual little circles and basically perma welded them, so that when we take this over to Cricut, it's going to upload as one image, one roof. It's not going to upload as a bunch of circles in the shape of a roof. It's going to upload as a roof with holes in it. That's all it basically does. And so you want to do the same thing for this bottom. We're going to select it. We're going to hit release rhinestones. And then what that's going to do is turn it. See, all of the little individual circles are now selected. We're going to, and you don't have to click off of it or anything. Just immediately go to group selected shapes. And after you group selected shapes, come back down to it with it still selected. We're going to right click, bring up this menu, do make compound path, and you know it works because your color is gone and it just turns into red outline circles. Okay. So if you would rather see your colors, that's fine. Just select whichever bottom it was, come up here to the upper left hand corner where this grid is and pick your color. So we're taking it back to green. All right. And then we'll grab our roof and then we'll come right back up here to the upper left hand corner and we're going to go black and we're going to, you don't have to do this part, but that's what I do. And then that's it. Now you can group this if you want to, you can leave it separate if you want to. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something. We're going to save selection. And instead of it being house, we're going to do house fixed. Okay. House is fixed, right? So now let's go back to Cricut and we're going to delete this. It's going to take forever probably to delete this. Delete. Okay. And then delete that. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to upload image. Let's browse. We're going to go through the exact same steps as what we did before, but this time I'm going to upload house fixed. We're going to open it. There's our image. I'm going to hit continue and I'm going to hit continue again, upload. And now let's see, boom, just like that. It's already there. It didn't take 12 years. And look at what we're looking at right here. Same thing is showing as two different things, but this time there's no holes that you have to worry about. So once I fix the size, which I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Let's put it back to where it was. Let's fix the size. The height was 11.089. Okay. So once I fix the size and I send it to make, then what's going to happen is you're going to instead of, you know how Cricut will take it and put it as all lines, that can't happen now because Cricut doesn't see this as a bunch of separate dots. Now it sees it as one triangle shape with a bunch of circles on it. That's it. So this is what I call optimizing for Cricut. That's what I call it. That's not necessarily what it is. But if you have a Cricut cutter and you don't want the drama, this is what I recommend you do. Get Silhouette Business Edition for your rhinestone stuff. And then get all of those circles laid out wherever you need them to be, however you need them to be, then optimize them for Cricut so that when you bring that SVG over into Cricut Design Space, you don't have to worry about Cricut Design Space changing your dots around at all. So it just cannot happen now that we've changed it and we optimized it like this. Okay. Marilyn says you can design rhinestones in another edition, but you cannot save them as SVG files. So you would have to use a silhouette cutting machine. That's if you don't have business edition. If you don't have the business edition, you do need to have business edition if you want to use your files that you're doing in Silhouette with your Cricut. Okay. I mean, you think about it, it's only fair. I mean, you got to pay for the best edition of it in order to be able to do what you want with those files. Otherwise, you can still do this, but you would have to cut it out with your Silhouette, which I have a Silhouette, but I have business edition. Okay. You're welcome, Joyce. You're welcome. You're welcome, Visionary Creations. That's one of the things I absolutely love about Silhouette Business Edition. Number one, you buy it, it's yours. Period. You ain't got no subscription. You ain't got to cry no tears. You ain't got to worry about whether you got enough money every month. It's there, it's yours. You can use it indefinitely the rest of your life, and it'll do the upgrades. Okay. And then the other thing is it's an easy program to use. It really is. um you just look at the different projects that we have, between me, Marilyn, Patrice. It don't even have to be me, you just all kinds of folks. um oh yikes, what is her name? Oh my gosh, there's another silhouette person, Shakia. She does excellent with her silhouette tutorials as well. Excellent. Like no silhouette backwards, forwards, up and down. So find someone who knows silhouette to show you all of the different things that you want to do with silhouette, and get into it because it is a powerhouse of a little program. Okay. All right. So let's get into the fun stuff. Let's go ahead and do some blinging. While we're doing, yeah, and it's a great buy at 39 bucks. I mean, what costs $39 these days? I mean, a soda is $39 at this point. That's what we're facing right now. So 39 bucks is a great deal for that program. Sheila did put the link in the chat earlier, so definitely go check it out and grab that software. If you don't already have it, it is a very good program to have. Even if you get it and you only use it every so often, it's still $39 is much better than some of these other programs out here that are hundreds, and then you're like under pressure to use the program because you paid out the wazoo for it. So, yeah, Silhouette is an excellent program. So, let's swap over to the cutting table that I never cleaned off from the last time we were live. And we're going to do some bling on the shirt. Okay. So let's start with an easy one. And we're going to do some big bling on one of these pink shirts. Because do I have two? Because I have two. All right. This is a 3X. And with the 3X, I'm going to show you some of the fun that I like to do. With my rhinestones as well as the Big Bling. Okay. So the fun things I like to do. All right. I'm going to cut my heat press on, and I actually need to go over there and get to cutting out that template that goes with all three of these shirts. But for now, I'm going to take it off this hanger, and we're going to take a look at this beautiful pink. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, I paid $100 for my silhouette too, $99 back in the day. But that was it. To me, it's still worth it. It was still worth it because when I tell you my first instinct, usually when I think rhinestones, because I have Leonardo, which is good for doing rhinestones too. I have sure cuts a lot. I have make the cut. I have rhinestone wizard. I have silhouette business edition. I have cut and stitch. I have the brother canvas thingy with the rhinestone software. So that's 7 off the top of my head. Paid quite a bit for all 7 of them, but my go-to is silhouette business edition. You know, so that's my initial go-to right there. Okay, so one of the things that I have been excited about doing, which I kind of did with this shirt a little bit the other night, I did the rhinestones, but over here on the side, I did some Big Bling on the shirt with the rhinestones. But I kind of wanted to mix in the rhinestones and the Big Bling kind of all in together, right? Now, you do not always have to have a template. You don't always have to have a template to use your Hotfix rhinestones. And it doesn't take much to get done what you need to get done, especially if all you're trying to do is just a little bit of a hint of some bling or a decent amount of bling. It doesn't have to be anything ostentatious, right? So right here I have some this is breast cancer mix, which the breast cancer mix would be super pretty on this shirt. So this is a mix that we sell in the Hotfix Fix store. This is like some rose AB, some rose and some light rose mixed together, all ready for you, so you don't have to do anything to use on a design. So one of the things, I'll keep saying one of the things, this is something that I love to do. I'll just sit and, take my time and just play stones. It doesn't have to be any particular style. You can, if you're more particular, like some folks are just like, I cannot do random placement. I just can't. Okay, we'll find you a flexible tape measure, pull that sucker out, and lay it down and put your stuff down at intervals. So from the stitch point right here at the top, which if you get this shirt, you'll be able to see there's a corner right there. Just put that at your 0 mark, and down here at the very tippity tip point, that's 4.5 inches. So say for instance, we want to put rhinestones every half inch. So there's my one down here at the bottom. I mean, you see what I'm saying? You don't have to have any specific template. You can mark it with chalk if you wanted to do that ahead of time instead of just laying this down where it is. You can mark it with chalk if you want to. But right here, I'm just doing every half an inch. I did not pre-press. I did not at all. Not yet. Not yet. And I'm going to show you why here in a moment. Number one, my heat press ain't on. It ain't on yet. So I'm waiting on my heat press to heat up. But we can go ahead and lay out, our stones ahead of time. Now, if you're going to do like I am and mix the Big Bling with the Hotfix, your Hotfix needs to go on first because the Big Bling is bigger and it'll keep the the heat press from being able to close down on these smaller stones properly. Okay, so look at that. Just, I don't know how well you can see that, but see, it's a perfect line right now on this shirt because all I did was follow the tape measure and put a stone down every half inch in order to line up the stones. You can do it that way. It doesn't have to be that way, but you can do it that way. I personally am a random, type of gal, so it doesn't bother me to, just put stones kind of wherever. They don't have to be in any type of set measurement or anything like that, but it's definitely going to be up to you however you want to do it. And I'm going to get a couple more stones going up the other side of this shirt. And let's see, if I get the business edition silhouette for Rhinestones, do I have to get the machine? No, you do not have to get the machine at all. That's the other thing I love about Silhouette Business Edition. There's a whole ton of us who, well, I have the Silhouette, but there's a lot of folks in here who have it and they don't have the machine. You don't have to have it. You do not have to have the machine. You do if you don't do Business Edition. You'll have to use the machine to cut out your templates. And if you need the rhinestone flock to cut out your templates, our flock is back. We do have rhinestone flock in stock. So if you're out and you need some, definitely come check us out at hotfix.store. That's where our flock is. Okay, so super pretty, super pretty. I don't know how well you can see that. Trying to block the light a little bit, but you see right there just that quickly. And what I'm going to do is I am going to save this. There we go. I'm going to get a piece of scrap transfer tape. Okay. And I'm just going to lay this right on top of what I just did. Boop, just like that. Just like if it was a rhinestone template. And then I'm going to pick it up. Boom. So I know that once I lay this back down on top of that shirt, it is going to match because that's where I picked it up from. It's basically the same thing that I just did with the silhouette and the picture of the shirt. It's basically the same thing, except instead of putting down circles, I'm actually putting down the actual stones. Okay. So I heard my heat press beep at me. So that means it's ready for the pre-press. So let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to pre-press the neckline of this shirt. Let's cut this off. And like I said, this is a 3X. So we'll be doing a giveaway of this shirt to whomever would like to have it. And make sure that you are refreshing your live stream so that you will be up to speed with us. Because if you get a phone call or, you buff your live stream buffers because of the internet, then you might get behind and miss the drawing a little bit later. Okay. And it is a U.S. residents only drawing. So just be sure to, I'm over here making sure this is laid where the neckline is going to press without wrinkles, hopefully. All right. So we're pre-pressing. And like I said, you can mark the places with chalk on your neckline or wherever. Like this isn't just limited to the neckline. We're only doing the neckline tonight because we've done so many designs on shirts lately that I was like, okay, let's do something a little bit different. And so that's why we're doing the neckline tonight. All right. So one of the things that I would like to mention to those who are new at doing rhinestones, for those who are brand spanking new at doing the Hotfix rhinestones, one of the things that you definitely want to do with your stones is you want to work with them as far as arranging and aligning. Hey, Jenny McKinney. Arranging and aligning your stones and all of that stuff while the shirt is cool. while the shirt is cool. Why would I say that? Well, your transfer tape that these stones are sticking to the top of, this is glue that is on this transfer tape that's holding these stones in place. So when I peel it off, they don't go anywhere because there's glue on the back side of this tape. There's also glue on the back side of this stone. Both versions of glue are heat activated. Both of them are heat activated. So even though this transfer tape is okay to use, it's Hotfix transfer tape. So you can use this with Hotfix rhinestones on your heat press, but it is still glue and glue will still melt. So if the temperature is too hot, then what will happen is, as if your shirt is hot and your tape, you layered one set of stones already and the shirt is hot, and you have this still on the heat press and you're trying to line up the next set of stones, well, the heat from the shirt plus the heat from the heat press and all of that stuff is going to make these stones pliable on this transfer tape, and it's going to allow the stones to move around on you. And that's not what you want. You want the stones to stay stuck in place on this tape until you're ready for it to press. So once you get your stones in place and lined up and you press it for our recommended 350 degrees for 12 to 15 seconds, once you do that and you take it off the heat press, peel it hot immediately. Peel it hot, because if you wait and let the shirt cool down and then peel the tape, you can stretch the fibers of the shirt. And then when you go to press your next layer, they won't line up properly. Okay. So just a friendly little tip to let you know of something that'll help you when you're trying to layer rhinestones and they're not wanting to line up right, or you're trying to layer the rhinestones and they've moved when you go to take it off the heat press. That would be why. Okay, you don't want the shirt to cool down before you peel that tape. You can let it cool a little itty bitty bit, like within the next 5 to 10 seconds. You want to get that tape peeled off of the rhinestones that you've pressed onto the shirt. Okay, so like what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off with the heat press so that you guys can see the peel reveal. And it hasn't been quite 10 seconds yet, but I also still don't want to wait too long. So let's go ahead and peel this off of this neckline. Here's the peel reveal. Super cute. And see how easy that was. The shirt didn't do a bunch of pulling, a bunch of yanking. And we put the stones just right there on the neckline. It's not a whole lot. It's just a little bit, just something to give it a little bit of, not a quoi, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of razzle dazzle, as my friend would say. It's just super pretty. It's not a whole lot, right? So if you wanted to take it up some notches, which you obviously can do, we can add some big bling. We can add some more bling if we wanted to. I would like to add a little bit more decor up around the neckline, a little further up or what have you. So let's go ahead. We're going to add just a little more. We're going to add a little more, but I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. Instead of doing every half inch, I'm going to go a little wider. Okay. So let's grab our stones. And I'm still not cutting out those other templates, and it's 10 o'clock, so that's not good. I need to get those on and cutting. Let's see. So this is more like every inch. Come on, flip over thing. Thank you. Roughly every inch, we're going to add a stone. And again, this is our breast cancer mix. So you might see that some stones are lighter than others. That's because we got a couple of different colors in with this. All right. So all I'm doing is just going up roughly about an inch from where the prior stone is. And what that's going to do is it's going to give us room to put our big bling. in between these little stones, okay? Whoops. So now this is the type project that our scrap hotfix transfer tape lives for, is this type of project, because the scrap tape is what can help hold um, these type stones in place. So like here's just a little long scrap piece. Now these are already held in place, but I'm going to use this just like that to grab those stones, and then I'm gonna grab another long piece of scrap, and I'm gonna hold on right here with those. And all it did was crisscross, and that doesn't hurt anything. Crisscross applesauce. All right, and so we're gonna go ahead and just press this. So now I can pick it up because I taped it down, and we can lay this on the heat press. And like I said, these are the brand of this t-shirt is Kim Rogers, and Kim Rogers at Belk, and it is online. So if you go to belk.com and type in Kim Rogers, Kim Rogers, Rogers, right? She specializes in plus size wear. Okay. When I tell you these shirts are soft, these are some very soft t-shirts. Okay. I absolutely love them. They're a looser fit, which I love. And if you love, so they pair very well with leggings. They pair well with denim. All of the above. All of the above. Okay. So here is that side. Here is that side. And I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so that you can see it. And here's the rest of the bling going up the neckline. Super simple. Just completely changes the plain look of this shirt. Just very plain. In a way, the V, open V, made it, a little bit different. But here's, taking it up some extra notches to make it a little extra fancy. A little extra fancy. So now let's grab our big bling. And we have a couple of different colors, but excuse me, I'm going to, and sizes. All right, hold on. Let me figure out what size I'm going to do, because I don't have SS40. I don't have SS40 right here. Hang on a sec. Let me see. Let me go grab some SS40. Hold on, y'all. SS40, where are you? Let me grab this as well. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay. All right. So here is the SS40. Push this heat person out the way. Okay. Did I leave my? I'm sorry, y'all. I left my microphone over here the whole time. I think is the microphone over here. Yes, it is, and it's covered up. I need some good microphones. If y'all heard me under a shirt all the way over on my desk. That's crazy. Okay. So here's the SS40 Big Bling. Uh-oh, I see a bell ringing. Hold on. I can't see what it's for. Thank you, honey bunny. Mama Vi. Hey, honey, a member for 47 months. Let me grab my bell. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes. Hey, Mama Vi. Holler. That's so cool. I'm glad y'all could hear me because I swear that microphone was way over yonder. Okay. So here is the SS30 and this is SS40. So there's a significant difference in size. Let me see if I can't bring this closer so that you can see it. Hey, Delonda. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, so what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. So here's the neckline, right? Here's the V coming up to the neckline all the way around to the shoulder seam. So what my little brain is thinking is put a SS30 right here and do an SS40 right there and kind of alternate SS30, SS40, and end with an SS30 and do the same on the opposite side. That's my thought process. That's my thought process. What say ye? Because that's pretty much the route I'm thinking about going. And this is, so I also have, let's see. I also have this SS40. This is Orchid. But see how it's a little dark. I mean, no, actually, looking at it, hold on. Well, I think this is the wrong color because it won't blend in with the breast cancer colors. So I'm going to stick with the carnation. I think it would be better. All right, so I have my Big Bling, which is right here. One of the things that you want to keep in mind with Big Bling is this machine operates with pressure. It operates with pressure. So you really don't need a whole lot of pressure to get this thing to work because it's heavy duty. It's made out of some strong cast aluminum. So it doesn't take much, right? So the first thing I want to do is set the stone facing up on the little flat bed down here at the bottom and lightly press it into place. I want to make sure it wasn't another stone loaded in there already. Okay. So I'm going to lightly press it into place. Now the rubber or the silicone tube that's on here is going to hold that stone in place. You see it's holding on to it right there. Okay. It's not moving, not going anywhere. All right. So now I need to get some backing. Let's grab the magnet. I'll just use these. I really didn't want to because I know I had some of. Oh, there they are. Hold on. I don't want to open a new bag when I know I have some. Okay, so here are the little backs, and yes, they are very, very tiny, but they hold on to the stones very well. So I'm gonna drop one into the bottom with the prongs facing up, and then I'm going to lay the area of the shirt that I want the stone to be on right smack dab in the center of that platform that the prong is nestled down into. And then I'm going to squeeze. Now, before I squeeze, I'm going to check and make sure that it's lined up where I want it to be, because once this thing is locked in place, it's not coming out. Okay, so let's squeeze gently. And that didn't work. So here's my hole and there's my thing, and I'm looking at it and there's no it didn't crimp my metal. Okay, so what, and my prongs are still straightened up. So that tells me this might not be putting enough pressure the way I needed to. So I'm going to screw it just a little bit. Okay, sometimes you'll have to make adjustments, especially for certain fabrics. Okay, so I'm going to try this again, line it up, and then I'm going to give it a squeeze. And it picked up the shirt. When it picks up the shirt, when I let go, that lets me know everything is locked in place and I can pull it off. And there's my Big Bling on the collar. Okay, so there it is, nestled right there in between the Hotfix rhinestones. So the next stone is SS40. I'm going to swap machines because this one I have the SS30 bit on, and I have another one for my SS40. And so I'm going to put this, I'm going to load this stone on the exact same way I just did with the SS30. So it's in there in the silicone tube. I'm going to put my prongs down in the bottom with the prongs facing up, and then let's put them right here. Let's grab and let's squeeze. And it did not pick up. Let's see, and it crunched my bottom. So look, see how there's space right here? So let's try twisting that up all the way up. I wanted to try it to see if it worked, if it would work. So since the stone, let's see, can you see how it's crushed now? We added extra stones in there just so that you can practice and mess up stones and all of that jazz. Every pouch has extra stones. Let's see, where's my thing? Let me make sure it's not in the back of my shirt. Yep, and it is. So let's grab this out of there. And the prongs, they're bent a little bit, so I don't know that I want to use that one again. So let me grab another one. Sometimes it's going to be trial and error. And I am working to try and see if I can't get longer prongs just for if we have a thicker fabric. But I got to get to that point. Okay. Uh-oh, must be one already in there. Yep, there was already one in there. Okay. So let's try this again now that I've screwed it all the way in. And it picked up the shirt. And there's my Big Bling. Okay. So there's a little one and a big one. All right. So now let's rock and roll. Let's go ahead and get these done. So I'm going to load this. You can load the prongs first. You don't have to load them second. You just have to be really careful when you load your Big Bling stones. Make sure you don't squeeze too hard and it actually crimps the stone. So let's do this one. And there's that one. I already put the prongs in this. So let's grab this one. And we're going to load this. And then we're going to put this one right here. Picked up the shirt, so I'm good. Boom. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. All right, and so let's load this one. And it's the last one on this side. They go in right. And then you want to check and make sure, always check, make sure that I like to reach up and feel and make sure that it's flat, so that I don't have any issues with the stone not locking on like it's supposed to because of the stone not being flat. And there's that side. We're done with that side. So now let's move to the next side. Same process. That's the Big Bling. Let's sorry, the SS40. Let's do the SS30. All right. And before you press, make sure that your the metal on the back isn't messed up. What time is it? 10:16. Ain't too bad. I might only get a couple of shirts done, but okay. So SS30 was first. There's that one. Oh, I crunched too hard on that one. I crimped the metal. But we're going to keep plugging because I don't need to stop right now. But I will show you what I did. I messed it up. I crimped too hard. And I heard it when it did. All right, so let's press right here. It does not take a lot of pressure. I'm going to go ahead and do the next big one, SS40, instead of switching. And that one goes up here. All right, and then we're gonna do SS30, and I need 2 more, so I need 1 more. All right, and this one, gotta make sure not to press hard and make sure that it is flat, because going not flat will definitely crimp and mess up your stone placement. Oh man, so that one didn't press hard enough. So hold on, let me make sure I didn't crimp it. I don't think I crimped it too bad. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna change the stone because I squished the metal on that one as well. But I was talking when I think it was Patrice. We were on Friday, I think. And we were talking about bedazzling. That's pretty much. I picked up the shirt, so we're good. What this boils down to is bedazzling. Yeah, I know. I'm doing Big Bling right now, so you're good. You can cut off. And I need to cut out the template for the other one, but I may just have to freestyle. But you do have some templates in the community tab here on YouTube if you want to try the templates that I made. The only thing is I made them for the whoops, I heard it crunch. I made them for the 1X shirts, but it should still be okay for like the 2X and the 3X. You may have to do some adjustments, but here's the shirt. Oops. I thought I heard I knocked the thing down. All right, come on. So here is the shirts, the collar rather. So we got some carnation Big Bling in SS30 and SS40 mixed in with some breast cancer rhinestones. If you wanted, you could add more in here. Like I think an SS30 or SS40 right here would be cute, but it's just enough. And it dresses it up. So you could totally rock this with like some jeans or some cute leggings. And there you've got, really cute shirt. I like mixed media and mixing the both of them together. You could even go so far as to put like a Hotfix or a Big Bling rhinestone heart or something right here. You could add a little bit more to it if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. Just the collar makes it a really nice touch. Let's grab the this other color. Let's do this. Let's do white. We don't work with white very much. We don't work with white very much. So let's do white. And what we'll do with the white is we will put some, let's see, I have iridescent, which is really pretty. I think that would rock really well. And this time what we'll do is we'll do Big Bling here, and we'll see about branching out with I think what would look good, crystal AB maybe, going up the side, maybe crushed, let's see, maybe glass AB, or I don't think neon white AB would work. What about, nah, I don't think that'll work either. So we'll try glass AB. But yeah, this neckline is begging for rhinestones. It just is. So I'm going to plan out what I want to do. Okay. And when I say plan out and, kind of like audition the stones. So I'm just going to lay them here and kind of get a feel for what I want. And I'm glad you can see this a little bit better with on camera as opposed to the other one. So let's say we do something like this where we're using the SS40 and we're lining it up. Okay. And then we're going to do some SS40 and now SS30 size, which is the smaller one, to go like right in there. Let's see what if we did bigger, or should we just keep the small train going? Let's see. There's a large, or should we put the large up here? Let's see. So this allows you to play with it, get a good feel for what you want, kind of audition how you want the shirt to turn out, and then see, okay, I like that. I think with a little bit of the smaller right here and then going back to big, I think I like it. I think I like it pretty good. So hopefully I'll remember that. Because we got to do our hot fix first, right? So let's grab I'm going to use glass AB because it's right here. Even though icicles might work. Icicles might work too. But I think the glass AB is going to give me what I want out of this. So I'm just going to kind of line this up. And again, I'm not using a template, but I do have templates available for this neckline, and it's on the community tab. So if you want to grab that and work on doing this shirt, again, it's at belk.com. It's a Kim Rogers perfectly soft 100% cotton t-shirt. So it will work great for this project. And all I'm doing is just putting some glass AB and lining it, double lining it a little bit offset from each other, going up the neckline of this shirt just a little bit. Okay. And let's see, let's put that there. Let's put that one there. That one there. And if it helps, you could get tweezers, or you could use wax pickup pen. There's a couple of tools that we have available on our hotfixfix.store to help you get, your shirt where you need it to be. I'm only going to put 2 more up here because I think it doesn't have to go all the way to the very top of the neckline. That's pretty. Okay. So let's grab this one. I'm going to lay that down to lock that in place. And now I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. It's a little bit further back. So if you are, kind of OCD, which is understandable, again, you can measure, count the stones, make sure, the same amount of stones are going on both sides, all of that type stuff. That whatever you need to do is fine. Just take the time and plan it out. That's one of the things I do like about Big Bling. You can, again, lay it out ahead of time just to see how it would look before you even press it in place, to get your idea. If you wanted to, you could use a with the Big Bling, you could use a heat or water soluble marker. I recommend chalk personally, because the chalk is not affected by heat. Because once you, like, say for instance, if I were to mark this, and a lot of times the water soluble marker isn't affected by heat either. That's a little more offset than that, I think. And I think I'm too close. Yeah, I'm a little too close. I'm a little too close. Let's go a little bit more offset than that. A little bit more. There we go. All right. Looking a little bit more like I wanted to look. Okay. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, once you're done putting this together and all your rhinestones in place, even if it is off by a row, or one row isn't quite the same as the other row on the other side, nobody's going to notice that. They're going to just notice the fact that there is rhinestones sparkling, especially if you're using our icy line. They're going to notice these stones are sparkling and blinding them. Like, bruh, did you see that shirt that person had on? Like, that's so sparkly and pretty. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I made it myself. Unless, of course, you win, this one, then technically you didn't make it yourself. But you know what I'm trying to say. We know it's custom. Okay. All right. Couple more, and that's it. Just 2 more. And then we'll lock that one down. Okay. And let's do one more. That's to the outside. All right. All right. So let's lock this side down. And once we press this, then we can put our Big Bling on, which I don't know. Oh, I did not pre-press. I did not pre-press it. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can pre-press now. So let's pre-press this. All righty. And where are we in time? 31. Nice. You might could even squeeze out another shirt. Let's see. Let's take this off so we don't melt the tag. All right. Oh, I turned it off. I mean, I let it turn off. I forgot. So let's let that heat back up. Let me make sure. I see I need to ring the bell. Rosalind, for a member for 45 months. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much, Miss Rosalind. We appreciate you being here for 45 months. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to you and having you in the house. So if you are interested, now I just want to add some rhinestones to a shirt. And it's a simple little, just a little something simple. It doesn't take a whole lot. I know a lot of times when we're doing designs and we're doing designs on the shirts, and it's just the whole front of the shirt and it's words, or not usually per se a design of any sort or what have you. Sometimes that's too much for some people. That's understandable. So what I'm trying to show you is, even if it's a basic t-shirt, you can take a basic t-shirt and you can do some of this same process with the Big Bling or with the Hotfix rhinestones, and you can get a shirt to look super cute. Okay, so let's grab a size small, for instance. Where's my bag? It's right here. While the heat press is heating up, let's grab a size small. Okay, so I don't know how many folks is size small out there, but we're gonna grab us a size small. Okay, so same process. You don't have to do very much. These collars are a little bit close to the neck. Not that it would cause a problem per se. You can put Big Bling on these collars, but I think it kind of might give like a, I think that's too close to the neck personally. So what we're going to do is look more about adorning down this way. So heat press is ready, so we're going to press that. So for instance, what's a nice pretty color? We can go with um this time we could possibly do orchid, you know. So orchid we could put like right here at the collar, you know what I'm saying? See how you can take it. Ooh, I just got an idea. Hold on, let's put a pin in that because I got an idea for that. But we're gonna look at orchid. Okay, we're gonna look at doing orchid now. I already showed you that laid out on the shirt, so let me just lay this over here. And again, this is what I was saying about to anyone who's a beginner. When you are trying to get your rhinestones lined up on the shirt and you are using it on a hot shirt, that can cause your rhinestones to shift. So what I'm doing over here right now, if you're not experienced, I don't recommend doing it. Okay, so just, you know, FYI, because those stones shifting around can make tears come when you don't want tears there. A built-in choker, yeah, it would be a built-in choker. That's for certain. Okay, so this one should come off the press in 2, 1, 0. All right. And so here's the hot shirt with the glass AB neckline. This is white shirt. And see, look at that. Just look. Somebody come and look at this. Somebody come look at this white shirt. Okay. Now y'all know how I am about the black shirts and how it makes the bling act up. But look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's honestly, this is almost perfect by itself. You don't even have to put it down on the V. You don't even have to put it down on the V part. Look at that. Just that by itself is really, that's a really nice, delicate, feminine touch. It really is. But I've already committed and laid out the Big Bling. So we're going to lay some Big Bling on here anyway. Okay. So let's grab the Big Bling and I'm going to do the design that I came up with earlier. So let's put some dooflachies out here and get this shirt rocking and rolling. Because even though it is going on 11 o'clock, it don't feel like it, but I don't want y'all to feel it when it's time for work tomorrow, for those who may have to go to work. Okay. All right, so there's that one. And remember, we had 2 big ones right here. So I'm going to load this one. And then I'm going to load the prongs. So when it comes to layering Hotfix rhinestones, for those who are new to the game, again, please be sure to do your layering. So you press your first layer, and then you want to come back to do your second layer. After you've pressed your first layer in place, then take it off of the heat press. Take it off of the heat press, lay it out on a table somewhere. You don't have to keep doing this for forever, but for right now, while you're new, take it off the heat press, lay it on the table, let it, after it's done, after you've peeled the transfer tape off of the first layer, then is when you want to lay your second layer down on the shirt over the top of the next, lay your next layer over the top of the first layer after the shirt has cooled down some. Then you want to get that lined up and put it on back on the heat press. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense, because what that's going to allow is for that shirt, that gives it time to cool off and keep your stones from shifting around on a hot transfer tape and sliding your stones out of place. Because if your stones slide out of place, a lot of times you don't recognize it until you've already done pressed it. And now you've pressed it and you're sad because your shirt, oh, I felt it crunch. The shirt is, did it shift? It must have shifted, because then your shirt is going to feel the brunt of shifted stones, and then when you go to pull it off and your stuff is all over the place, it's going to make you sad. But we don't want you to be sad with your bling. Okay, twist it in just a little bit. It must have went in, so okay. All right, let's do our next one. All right. There's that one. I have to get another one to replace the one I broke. But if you do happen to go grab some of these shirts or a t-shirt and do the collar, please let me know how it turned out. I would love to see, because I do enjoy seeing what everyone's creations turn out to be, because mine, you may not want 2 rows going up. You may want 3, or you may want just 1. I really wanted to do like a twisty kind of curvy going up the neckline, but I didn't have time to design it, so I didn't get to. But I have ideas of some stuff I want to do on the necklines of the shirts. Yeah, that didn't feel like that was, there we go. Nope, I knew it messed up. I felt it. So sometimes they're gonna act up. That's just how this cookie crumbles, unfortunately. So as you notice, the SS40 don't act up quite as much, but they will, especially if it's not completely straight in the thing. Not sure if I heard it. After you put the Big Bling on, does it turn? No, it does not turn. These don't turn around. I know what you're asking. They're not necessarily stationary either, though. They do kind of like flop. See how they kind of move just a little bit. Oh, how did that one come off? That one didn't lock in place like I thought. Oh, did it crimp the back? Hold on. No, it didn't even crimp the back. I didn't press hard enough. Hold on. So you got to check your stuff, because once it's locked in place, it is definitely locked in place. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that won't work. So twisting it out, I need more pressure. That's what this one needs. So just like with your cutting machine and you're cutting your flock and stuff like that, you kind of got to make sure that your pressure is right with the 30s. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Time is it? 10:43. So was that 2 shirts? I wanted to be able to do 3 shirts at least. But I was showing how to make the, make sure that twisted down. I was showing how to make the template, so that took time. All right, so that's the 3. Now I need to do the 2. And I'm gonna do them like that, I think. Like that. Okay. Because these, I put these closer than I originally set them. Whoop, wrong thing. We're doing SS40s now. Okay. All right, if you have any other questions, let me know. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. All right. And then let's do the other 2, and then we'll be done with the white one. And we can show it off. And if we didn't have the daylight savings time interruption, I would have stayed on just a little bit longer to do another shirt, but I don't want to. I already got to do the drawing. So unfortunately, we only getting through 2 shirts tonight, but at least, hopefully, those that are new understand some things that will help them with making sure that they can get a shirt layered by being careful with the heat press and layering rhinestone designs with the heat press. So I got my, no, man, that one is even. A couple of them are like this one right here is off a little bit, but it's still, look at that. That's very pretty. That's really pretty. I probably should go and put one right there, but I'm not going to do it because I think the separation between the 2 is really pretty. And that white, that glass AB on that white is fire. And this is iridescent. Iridescent rhinestones. Big Bling rhinestones. Okay. This is a 1X. We did the pink 3X, I think. Yep. This is a 3X. Here's a 3X pink shirt, and the Big Bling is up this area by the collar. So here's a pink shirt. All right, I'm gonna show it a little bit better over on the camera of the camera. All right, and what time is 10:46? I wanted to do this size small shirt so bad. Okay. Okay, he said go ahead and do it. So let's pop some bling around the collar. So this one we're not going to do on the collar. We're going to do around the collar. Okay. And we talked about doing orchid, but we got a pink shirt and we already put pink on one shirt. So let's be fair. And we're going to go with red. Red is always a positive. So let's do some red. We haven't fooled with red in a while. All right. So I have ruby right here. So I think that's going to work out great. Okay. So let's grab some ruby. That's not ruby, that's light cyan. I was like, that's kind of dark. Here's ruby, I think. Pretty sure. No, that's crimson. Ooh. We're gonna go with crimson. I like crimson. Oh well, actually, hold on. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to stick with crimson. Okay. That's what's the face. We don't want to do what's the face. Okay, so what I was thinking earlier was kind of doing like necklace, almost like. Okay, so what my line of thinking was this. And then, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, good. I'm gonna have to come down a little bit because the edge of the collar might not give us enough pressure, right? So let me know what you think. I'm thinking coming off this way. I'm trying to do something quick, a quick design, right? And so we're gonna come off this way. And right now I'm just spacing out my stones, trying to get my space where I want it to be, or where I'm thinking I think it's gonna be good. Okay, so here's that one. And then we're gonna branch off on this side as well. Ooh. Let's do that. Let's do that. And all I'm doing is following the neckline that's already there, right? So it's giving me a guide to go off of. And if it helps, you can count. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 2 more. So we can put 2 more and go 6, 7. 6, 7. All right. And let's go a little bit higher, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Matter of fact, let's do this right here. Right? Come down away from the collar. And then 1 more. Okay. All right. And then, so I have that. And then every so often with a couple of these, I'm going to come in like this. And I'm going to do that. Give it a little bit of something extra. We're going to go right here. Because I'm only going to do a couple of big bling on this one. Not a whole lot. So we skipped that one. And when we did the middle, we're doing the middle. We're doing the middle. All right. And so what I'm thinking, whoops, okay, I messed it up. Just a little bit, just a kiss of rhinestones, right? So what my thinking is, grab the big bling and put the big bling. It might be too big. No, I'm okay with that. So one right here, that'll go right there. And then these guys will go up here. These are SS40s now. These guys go up there. And then little guys will go right here. What you think? Boop, right there. What you think? What do you think? A pressing pad might help. Yeah, it could. It could. The big bling was iridescent. The big bling was iridescent. So what you think? Does that look like that would be the design? I think that's gonna be good enough, because I don't want too much big bling and I don't want too much bling. You know what I'm saying? So I think just that little kiss. This is a size small shirt, so a small amount of bling I think would work out just great. So let's move this one. Let's move this one, and let's move these two. And I need my transfer tape to hold this in place. So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like this to hold this in place. I've already pre-pressed the shirt. So let's go ahead and press these stones. And while I'm doing this, and before I put the Big Bling on there, please enter the contest, enter the giveaway, rather, not a contest. Enter the giveaway by hitting the like button. Okay, hit the like button, and then refresh your YouTube, so that I can make sure you can make sure that you're up to date and you don't miss the giveaway because of being behind, you know, because we'll be drawing for the second shirt and you're still saying whatever for the first shirt. And that kind of hurts my feelings. I don't want you to be behind. I want everybody to have equal chance to get the stuff. Okay, so there's the icy crimson. I'm gonna hold it up closer so that you can see it. Okay, just a kiss of stones, just a little kiss. Okay, no, this isn't ruby, this is crimson. This is icy crimson. I thought it was ruby, but this is icy crimson. Let me see, make sure I should show you the back of the thing. Icy crimson. So it's dark, but it's light enough to where it should go well with these, right? So let's grab our Big Bling, the SS40s, and we're going to make sure that it's completely straight under there. And I'm going to pop the brad in there, and I'm going to put this right here at the neckline. The SS40 cooperates really well. So if you've been having issues with the SS30, you're not alone. 30 is finicky, but the SS40s tend to behave really well. All right. Let's go in there. And so let's put this one up here to match the other side. Boop. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. And then let's grab this person, this SS40. I'm going to load that, make sure that it's flat. So what I do is once it picks up that stone, all I do is reach up under there and feel to make sure that it's flat. Okay. And then we're going to put this one right in the middle. I left a space intentionally right here for this Big Bling to go in the middle. So let's pop that thing right there. Boop. Okay. Oh man, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. And now let's do our SS30. I'm going to make sure it's twisted out some since it's wanting to be finicky tonight. I'm going to load the stone. Make sure that it's nice and straight in the silicone sleeve. And I'm going to load this prong side up, and I'm just going to pop this right here at the bottom of that stone. Whoop, just like that. And then we're going to put the other one right here at the bottom of that stone. Okay. And go boop right there. Perfect. Perfect. Boom. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. OMG. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, wow. That is so pretty. Look at that. That turned out really pretty. I could is so even if you get this, you could add more Big Bling if you wanted to. You could add more Hotfix, but I would use the handheld little small Hotfix thing. But it turned out super cute. All right, so we're running out of time. So let's go ahead and grab our I'm gonna cut the heat press off and grab the shirts, and then we'll do the giveaway thing. So make sure that you're up to date. and that you hit the like button already. And let's swap you guys over. And the shirts are right here. Get the hanger so that you can see them better. And before we pull up the giveaway tool, we're going to let you guys see, yep, refresh your screens. We're going to let you guys see the proper way. Let's cut this off. So here is the size small black shirt. That's so cute. Oh, that's so stinking cute. Okay. That's classy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not too much. You know, pair with some leggings and some red kicks. You know what I'm saying? You could even wear denim jeans with like some red pumps with this. You know, this is just, there's all kinds of ways you can spin this shirt. And this is a size small. All right. And then we have the, oh man, I didn't even get to do the one with the word love on it where we went through the letters. So that's something for another show, I guess. All right. And this one is a 1X. And this is the white up. See, we don't want to wash it out. We're going to have to go completely dark on this one. So I'm going to show this one in a minute. Okay. We got to go completely dark for that one. So here's the pink, because white reflects light and there's just a little bit too much light going on in the background. So, all right, there's that. And then here's the pink. Here's the pink. Okay. And this one is a 3X. This is a 3X. Okay. Super, super pretty. And this one has the Big Bling up in here and just Hotfix down here. Whereas the white one is the opposite. The Big Bling is here. And we've got our, what's the face up here? So hold on. Let me swap us out to complete darkness. Hold on. Okay. So here's our pink, but here's the iridescent. So the stones that we used, I didn't even go over that. So the black shirt, well, I'll go over it when we do the drawing. Okay. So here's the white. And these are iridescent stones. And these are icy glass. AB, sorry. Icy glass AB is up here on the collar. And this is iridescent. Big Bling. Okay. All right. So let's do our StreamYard giveaway tool. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Iridescent is pretty. StreamYard giveaway tool. You have to be in the US in order to enter, and then there is a link in the description, and I'll try and bring it up in the comments. Well, pin it. Let me pin it real quick. Actually, excuse me, y'all. I cannot get rid of these hiccups, and so help me. It is just beyond annoying. Beyond. I don't like hiccups. Let's see. Where am I? Let's see. There we go. There we go right here. And let me go in the description. Let me find the what's a face. There's right here. And then I'm going to pin it. Let's go right here. Let's do that. And let's pin. Boop. All right. So if your name is called, this is that link in the comments is what you want to click in order to put in your information. Please make sure it's your full name and full mailing address, including your zip code, please. I don't know your address at all. Like, I don't know it. And a lot of times when we're shipping packages, I'm not the one shipping. My daughter is. So help her out. Make sure it's your name, your full address, including your zip code. Okay. Because otherwise she'll have to call me. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be doing a zillion other things in addition to, and it's going to stress me out. And I'm going to be like, oh my God, I asked them to leave the zip code. And, you know, y'all don't need that meltdown. I don't need that meltdown. So just make sure name, address, and full correct zip code. All right. So the first one we're going to do is the pink. Okay. So let's go with the word pink. Okay. And I'm going to share screen. That is not how I share screen. This is how you share screen. Boop. And I pinned the link at the top for the winner link. And again, this is for a Kim Rogers size 3X. Okay. Yikes, neighbors. 3X. This is a 3X Kim Rogers shirt. It's a it's called the perfect tee, perfectly soft tee. It is a soft t-shirt. It is very flowy. It is very pretty. And we used breast cancer mix on the Hotfix. And for the Big Bling, we used carnation. Okay. So that's breast cancer mix, Hotfix rhinestones. And the Big Bling color is carnation that we used with this one. Okay. And again, this is a size 3X shirt. All right. So even if you don't wear 3X and your mom does or something like that, you can totally get this and I'll ship it to you. And what else was I going to tell you about this shirt? I can't remember. If you have been looking for flock, our flock is back. Okay, so the flock is on the website on hotfixfix.store. So if you need some flock, definitely go over there and get you some flock. Okay, because it's here for now. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say. It is here for now. So we definitely have some in stock. All right. Okay, so we're getting ready to draw. So let's draw for this one. This is a 3X. Okay. I'm not going to change the size. I'm not going to make another size. This is a 3X. And this is for Paula Sellers. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. So please make sure that you click the link in the chat or in the description. Fill out your complete name, mailing address, so that we can mail this out. Okay. And so we're going to do this one for the white shirt. The white shirt is a 1X. This is a size 1X. Again, it is a Kim Rogers perfectly soft 100% cotton t-shirt. Okay. Kim Rogers perfectly soft. And this we used icy glass AB. And we used iridescent Big Bling. Okay, so that's iridescent Big Bling. And then this is icy glass AB for up around the neck. And you see how good that looks on this white shirt. Okay, so a lot of times people are like, they want to do a white shirt, want to know what looks good with a white shirt. Icy glass AB is popping on this white shirt. Okay, and the iridescent Big Bling is popping on here too. So it looks really good on this shirt. I might have to make another one of these for myself. I'm just saying, because the white looks really good. And I think, I don't have another one. So I guess that means another shopping trip. Holler. Okay. So here is white. And we are going to draw here in a moment. Thank you very much for coming to hang out with us tonight. I appreciate you being here. The buy-in ends tonight. That was something else I needed to tell you. The buy-in ends tonight. So if you have not gotten your order in and you wake up in the morning and be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put in my order, it'll probably be too late. I'm just letting you know, because the buy-in ends tonight. So please, if you want to get an order in for the buy-in, then go ahead and take care of that. All right, so let's draw. Holler. So again, thank you for entering. And this shirt is going to go to Harp's Delight. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes, Harp's Delight. Thank you very much, Harps. Please click the link in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. or it is in the description. It'll say giveaway winner link, and click there, enter your name and your full mailing address so that I can get you your white size XL shirt. Okay. And so now we have our black shirt, and the black shirt is a size small. So type in the size small if you want this. It's a size small Gildan heavy cotton t-shirt. It is icy crimson Hotfix rhinestones, and these are scarlet Big Bling stones that are on this shirt. Okay, so these are beautiful, beautiful stones. Looks really pretty on this shirt. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this because this is pretty. Lord, boy, I tell you, sometimes my little brain come up with stuff sometimes I don't be expecting. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a picture of all three because they turned out really pretty. I had fun with you guys tonight. If you ever have any questions or you have issues with your Hotfix rhinestone application and something isn't turning out for you, or if you are struggling with the Big Bling, a lot of times just readjust the metal bit that holds the stone with the silicone sleeve. Just adjust it out some. If it's not blinging properly, try and pull it out just a little bit, twist it out, and see if that helps. Because again, it's a tool just like anything else that we use, and you kind of have to play with it a little bit to get it to do what it needs to do sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it does. Okay. All right, so let's draw for the size small shirt. And this one is going to go to Karen G. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes, Karen G. Congratulations. And please click the link, fill out your name and your full address, and we will get the shirt out to you. So again, thank you guys so very much for coming to hang out with us tonight. We thoroughly enjoyed you, and we hope that you continue to have a great week ahead. Again, if you have any questions about your rhinestone journey, and how to do something, what software to use, where to get the bling, just reach out. We don't have any problems answering questions. Okay. So thank you so very much. And until the next time we see you, oh my gosh, my husband is going to kill me because I didn't have the right song queued up. Oh no. I was going to give y'all the new outro, but guess what I done done? Didn't upload it. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, well, next time we got another outro that we're gonna play for you guys, with a new twist on a song, because we got two songs that we're going to try to flip-flop and play for you. And I started on it and didn't finish it. Oh my gosh. Sorry, honey. All right, it's okay though, because the original is fire. So we'll holler at you guys later. Thank you so very much for coming to hang out with us. Good night, y'all.
Yeah. Y'all felt that energy today. The baby's booty family in the building. We're shining. We're grinding. Listen.